Hello everyone, this is going to be my first video on this channel. Please don't mind my voice. I just felt I was going to start the channel in a few weeks till my voice cleared or whatever, but this is very important. If you're someone who has always been, you find it hard to read people, like you try to read people and you can't, I think that the Justin and Blake Lively issue is something that you really want to pay close attention to. You see, when you're innocent or seemingly innocent and you are in a situation, people can always tell, and they make the plan and they come up to you and then they execute. Now, the best thing you can do if you're like me and is just oblivious all the time, the best thing you can do is to actually put yourself in their shoes every time they give you a response. So, for instance, if they do something that hurts you, and then rather than saying, oh, they probably didn't mean it, you have to stand in their exact shoes, try to put on their frame of mind and say, if I was the one in that situation, would I be doing this? And the moment that answer is no, it's no. It doesn't matter if it's the reality or not. Just try to stay away and watch them from a distance. Eventually, if they're good people, it's going to come out and then you can get close again. You see, the reason why people try not to break up friendships and relationships or even business partnerships is because they feel that if they break it off, it's permanent. They can never fix it again. It's not true. Keeping a distance is not severing the relationship. Keeping your distance is buying you time to figure out exactly who they are. There's one of my favorite quotes that says, let a man tell me who he is and I know where to meet him. But if you're working with someone who's duplicitous, someone who doesn't tell you what they think or what they feel, if you are with someone who is very good at hiding their motives and making you second guess and triple guess yourself, it's time to take a step back. You should. You see, I've always been in friendships where I was a third wheel, and I didn't mind because it makes my life easy. I'm not committed to the friendships. I can do whatever I want. I'm not obligated to go to birthdays or parties or weddings or anything like that. I'm not even obligated to buy a gift. You see, I'm from a large family, so that means I really don't need anybody. My siblings are more than enough. So if I'm your friend, then, well, it's for your sake, not mine. However, I know there's people who are lonely, who do not have friends, who do not have family, or they're even only children, or they come from a very toxic situation. And in that situation, friendships are very important to them. So when something hurts them, it goes a long way into making them feel bad. But the thing is, it's better for you to be alone than to be in a place where you're constantly put down, hurt, or shamed. Watching the conversations between Blake and Justin is really heartbreaking. You see, the more you try to accommodate people like this, the more they put you down. If you lay down flat on the floor for them to walk all over you, they'll tell you that you're not smooth enough or you're not plush enough. And I've noticed in my short 40 years on this planet that the more you lay down, the more they demand from you. So if you're in that type of situation where someone is telling you you're not good enough and you've given it your all, feel free to take a step back and let them try to do it on their own. I don't care if it's a friendship, a marriage, a boss, whatever. Take a step back and let them see how easy it is to do. You see, these people are going to take this man's hard-earned work, his sweat, his dedication, and they were trying to steal it from underneath him. They had the resources. They had the connections. They had everything to make us not believe him. If Justin didn't have his receipts, I, for one, would have said, oh, he's such a nasty fella. But he wasn't. You see, the narrative can be turned when you're living with people or working with people or being friends with people who have a good social standing. They have played this role their whole lives. So when you show up and say, he's not as nice as he looks, she's not as kind as she says, everybody's going to look at you and say, you're the one with the problem. But are you? You see, it's not your job to convince people whether you're the problem or not, unless your hand is forced, just like Justin, in which case I suggest that when they go big, you go bigger. When they go low, you go lower. You take the bar all the way to hell, which is what Justin is doing, and I love to see it. If someone does that to you, do the same thing. Keep your receipts. Keep those conversations. Keep your memory in check, because one day you just might need it.